I'm Kevin Hayes, and I'm going to read you a story called The Three Bears. Once upon a time there were three bears who lived in a small cottage in the woods. There was a baby bear, a mama bear, and a papa bear. They each had a bowl for their porridge, a little bowl for baby bear, a middle-sized bowl for mama bear, and a great big bowl for papa bear. They each had a chair to sit in, a little chair for baby bear, a middle-sized chair for mama bear, and a great big chair for papa bear. In the bedchamber they each had a bed to sleep in, a little bed for baby bear, a middle-sized bed for mama bear, and a big bed for papa bear. One day, after they had made the porridge for their breakfast and poured it into their bowls, they decided to take a walk into the woods while the porridge was cooling. And while they were walking, a little girl called Goldilocks came to the house. First she looked in the window, then she peeped in the keyhole, and seeing nobody in the house, she turned the handle of the door. The door was not fastened, so Goldilocks opened the door and went in. On the kitchen table she saw 3 bowls of porridge. Goldilocks was very hungry. She first tasted the porridge of Papa Bear's, and that was too hot for her. So she tasted the porridge of Mama Bear's, and that was too cold for her. And then she went to the porridge of Baby Bear and tasted that, and that was neither too hot nor too cold, but just right, and she liked it so well that she ate it all up. After eating the porridge, she felt tired. Goldilocks saw the 3 chairs in the living room and sat down in the first chair belonging to Papa Bear, and that was too hard for her. So she sat down in the chair that belonged to Mama Bear, and that was too soft for her. She then sat down in the chair of Baby Bear, and that was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right. So she seated herself in it, and there she sat till the bottom of the chair broke out, and down she fell upon the ground. Goldilocks was feeling very tired, so she went upstairs into the bedchamber in which the 3 bears slept. First she lay down upon the bed of Papa Bear, but that was too high at the head for her. And next she lay down upon the bed of Mama Bear, and that was too high at the foot for her. Then she lay down upon the bed of Baby Bear, and that was neither too high at the head nor at the foot, but just right. So she covered herself up comfortably and lay there till she fell fast asleep. By this time, the 3 bears thought their porridge would be cool enough, so they came home to breakfast. Papa Bear looked at his bowl of porridge and said in his big, gruff voice, "Somebody has been eating my porridge." Then Mama Bear looked in her bowl and said in her middle-sized voice, "Somebody has been eating my porridge." Then Baby Bear looked in his bowl and said in his little shrill voice, "Somebody has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up." Upon this, the 3 bears, seeing that someone had entered their house and eaten up Baby Bear's breakfast, began to look about them. Now Goldilocks had not put the hard cushion straight when she rose from the chair of Papa Bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear in his big, gruff voice. And Goldilocks had squashed down the soft cushion on Mama Bear's chair. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. And you know what Goldilocks had done to the 3rd chair. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has broken it all to pieces," said Baby Bear in his little shrill voice. Then the 3 bears thought it necessary to look around some more, so they went upstairs into their bedchamber. Now Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of Papa Bear's bed out of its place. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said Papa Bear in his big, gruff voice. And Goldilocks had pulled the bolster of Mama Bear's bed out of its place. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. And when Baby Bear came to look at his bed, everything was in its place, and upon the pillow was the head of Goldilocks. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is," said Baby Bear in his little shrill voice. Goldilocks had heard in her sleep the big, gruff voice of Papa Bear and the middle-sized voice of the Mama Bear, but it was only as if she had heard someone speaking in a dream. But when she heard the small, shrill voice of Baby Bear, it was so sharp and so shrill that it awakened her at once. Up she started, and when she saw the three bears on one side of the bed, she tumbled herself out at the other and ran to the window. Now the window was open because the bears always opened their bedchamber window when they got up in the morning. Out Goldilocks jumped and ran away into the woods as fast as she could run, never looking behind her. And what happened to her afterwards, I cannot tell. But the three bears never saw anything more of her. I'm Kevin Hayes, and you've been listening to The Three Bears.